नमस्कार, सलाम, याली मदद, सत श्री अकाल। आप देख रहे हैं पंजाबी नेशनल टेलीविजन। मैं आपका होस्ट, आपका दोस्त अमृत बराड़ आपका स्वागत करता हूं अपने इस प्रोग्राम में और आशा करता हूं कि आप सब स्वस्थ होंगे, व्यस्त होंगे और मस्त होंगे। आज हमारे साथ जुड़े हैं हमारे अपने ऑनरेबल मिनिस्टर मिस्टर माइक एलिस, जो कि हैं मिनिस्टर ऑफ पब्लिक सेफ्टी एंड इमरजेंसी फॉर अल्बर्टा। एक नया बिल पास होने जा रहा है और दैट इज वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट बिकॉज द पुलिस अमेंडमेंट एक्ट बिल 6 जिसको कहते हैं, और ऑनरेबल मिनिस्टर का कहना है कि दैट वुड इंक्रीज पुलिस ट्रांसपेरेंसी एंड एनहांस पब्लिक ट्रस्ट टू हेल्प बिल्ड सेफर कम्युनिटीज। तो आइए उनसे जानते हैं कि ये एक्चुअली क्या है और इसके बारे में क्या और हमें वो बता सकते हैं। ऑनरेबल मिनिस्टर, वेलकम टू द शो।
Well, thank you very much, and thank you for having me.
Sir, as I was saying that the new bill, what we are talking about, it is doing some amendments, and it says that the Police Amendment Act would increase police transparency and enhance public trust to help build safer communities. Can you put a little bit light on that what exactly it means and how it will benefit the Albertans?
Right. Well, thank you. First of all, thank you again for having me. Transparency and building a public trust is an absolute priority for this government. One of the things in my mandate is to make sure that, mental health and addictions is at the forefront of dealing with people that the police have to interact with on a regular basis. And quite frankly, this act had actually not been amended in any way since 1988. So it's something that's a long time coming. There's been extensive consultation going back to different administrations, different governments. Since 2018, there's been consultation all throughout the province. And if I had to put it in very simple terminology, what we're trying to do with this act is something different than anywhere else in North America, in that we are not going to be perceived as an arm of the state when it comes to policing here in Alberta. Instead, we're going to be seen as an extension of the community. And we're going to do that by ensuring that we have not just transparency and accountability, but we're going to make sure that there's diversity and inclusion planning for all police services in the province. And we're going to create an independent commission to deal with police complaints, which is something, the feedback that we had is very, very important.
So it means, like, if we have some grievances or if we have some complaints against the police, that will help us in bringing up?
Yeah, I mean, there's always been this perception out here that, the police are policing themselves. And that is a perception that we have heard the feedback on, and we want to use that as a takeaway. So there'll be an independent body that will, no different than, ACERT. ACERT is an independent body that deals with Alberta serious incidents. And this will be an independent body as well, that if you have a complaint against a police officer, that it will be a reporting body that you can report to, will be investigated, and obviously there'll be an outcome one way or the other.
Honorable Minister, the police has a lot of responsibilities, a lot of pressure on them because there are less in numbers. I can say still there are a lot of debates that the police gonna be the budget gonna be very low for the police again. But on the contrary, if we talk about, say, one area that is Northeast Calgary, right? We need a lot of more police presence. There are a lot of things which are happening, which are, because of the less police presence. So will it affect that also? Because we need more police presence, and in case the police is less, that creates more chances of doing crimes.
Yeah, so I couldn't agree with you more on that statement you just made there. We need to make sure that all of our police services in Alberta are properly funded. I can tell you, as a former law enforcement officer myself, I can tell you the importance of those police presences, and especially within the communities, and especially since we're trying to make sure that we are an extension of the community and not an arm of the state. So that's why the diversity and inclusion planning is vitally important here. So this will make sure that we have police services that have a plan to not only go into the communities when it comes to policing, but also to make sure that they work with the communities in a recruiting process as well, because all police services need to be a reflection of the community.
Right. Absolutely, I totally agree with you.
Yeah.
What do you think, sir? Like moving forward, how it will be implemented? Like if I have a problem with any police officer, how I can report? Like will there be information given on the websites, or how it will be given to the public?
Well, I mean, first of all, I don't want to presuppose the outcome of the assembly, but if we make the assumption, of course, that the bill is going to pass, I mean, it's probably going to take about 18 months to establish that commission. Clearly, there's a lot of people that would need to be hired in that particular process. But the feedback and in making sure that people are aware that this commission is going to of course, be created, how you can access, whether it be through a phone call, a website. I mean, all of these things are going to be made available. And I would argue, really no different than the way other police services have the accessibility to their PSS departments, their complaints departments as well.
So, Honorable Minister, I can sum up this act as like if I or any person who is going through any kind of problems with a particular police officer, he or she don't have to get scared or to be intimidated by anybody, and that person can go out freely and just say that, okay, this is the problem I'm facing, and this maybe I was charged in a wrong way, maybe the whatever the case was presented in a wrong way. So the person will be more and more confident and will be able to express more if the case goes to the court, or even if it is at the any level, it will be more confidence in that person to express about their grievances, right?
Yeah. Again, I repeat the words transparency and accountability, right? And also to your point, I mean, it's the confidence in public trust that the people of this province and the city have to make sure they have in their police services. So when when a complaint does occur, that person needs to feel confident that they're going to go to an independent body. They don't have to feel nervous or scared that, oh, well, you're just complaining to that officer's, colleague, as an example. You're going to an independent body that's going to give a fair look at the complaint and make an assessment one way or the other.
Honorable Minister, why I'm saying this, because I come from a country where the police has a very different impact on the citizens, right? Over there, people are scared. Like it said, being good friends or being enemy with the police is not good. That's a kind of phrase goes over there. We never have any kind of trust in the police as the whereas our countries are concerned. But over here, that is the main thing, that we can rely on the police officers, because we can see that they are for our safety over there, and they are there to protect us. But this, and this is not only from India, but there are many South Asian countries where this kind of perception is there about the police. But here it is totally different, and we are so thankful to you to give us this kind of, at least some hope that if there is some injustice going on with any person, that person can go out freely and talk about it.
Yeah. And thank you. That just reinforces what I said earlier, right? That's the paradigm shift that we're doing in policing, especially here in Alberta. We want to lead not just Canada. We want to lead North America. We want to lead the world in this. And it's to understand that the police, again, are not an arm of the state. We are an extension of the community, a reflection of the community. And that's why there must be diversity and inclusion plans, so that the people that are hired from the community, no matter where you live in this province, quite frankly, especially to your point, sir, in Northeast Calgary. And the Calgary Police Service, which I'm understanding is already doing this, but it'll be put into legislation that there is a diversity and inclusion plan to go into those neighborhoods. So very excited about this. I mean, I would consider this to be a really good news story. And this is another example of Alberta leading the way when it comes to diversity, inclusion, and policing here in Canada.
Thank you so much for your time today, sir. And we will keep in touch. And if any other news comes up, please let us know, and we will share it with our viewers and the listeners, sir.
Will do. Thank you very much.
Thank you for your time today, sir. तो ये थे ऑनरेबल मिनिस्टर माइक एलिस। आप देख सकते हैं कि किस तरह से जो पुलिस है उसके लिए एक नया अमेंडमेंट किया जा रहा है कि अगर आप किसी भी रूप से पीड़ित हैं पुलिस की किसी भी प्रॉब्लम से, तो आप एक इंडिपेंडेंट बॉडी के पास जाकर अपनी जो ग्रीवेंस है, अपना जो प्रॉब्लम है, वो वहाँ पर शेयर कर सकते हैं और बिना डरे आप ये सब कर सकते हैं। आपको डरने की ज़रूरत नहीं है, आपको किसी पुलिस ऑफिसर के दबाव में आने की ज़रूरत नहीं है। तो एक बहुत अच्छी पॉलिसी है जो कि गवर्नमेंट लेके आ रही है। आप बने रहिए क्योंकि होप सबके लिए ज़रूरी है। होप के ऊपर ही, उम्मीद पे ही दुनिया कायम है। तो आई होप कि ये जो बिल है वो ज़रूर पास होगा और जो ये नई अमेंडमेंट लेके आ रहे हैं वो ज़रूर पास होगी। आप देख रहे हैं पंजाबी नेशनल टेलीविज़न। हर टॉक शो का मतलब सिर्फ ब्रेकिंग न्यूज़ नहीं, हंगामा नहीं, बहस नहीं, तमाशा नहीं। ये टॉक शो है आपकी आवाज़ का, आपके मुद्दे का, आपके जज़्बात के साथ-साथ आपके भरोसे का, क्योंकि आपका भरोसा हमारी ज़िम्मेदारी है। उम्मीद हो आपकी कोशिश हमारी है। इसी मैसेज के साथ मिलते हैं अगले हफ्ते। थैंक यू एंड टेक केयर।